Hi, my name's Mark. I'm one of the pastors here at Trillium. I have 3 kids who have a hard time finding what they're looking for. I mean, they go in the fridge and they're looking for something and they can't find it. And I can hear their cries, "Where's the ketchup?" And I'll say to them, "The ketchup's in the fridge." And they look in there, but they can't see it. If they're looking for something in the room, I know it's there, and they cry down. I say, "Look, it's there," but they can't see it. When I open the fridge door up, the ketchup's there. When I go into the room, what they're looking for is right in front of me. And I know it has nothing to do with their vision. They have perfect vision. I got 2200 vision. It's not good. And yet I can see things that they can't see. And I suspect the reason for that is that somewhere deep down they have a sense of disbelief that they'll find what they're looking for, or that it's even there. So when they open up the door to look for the ketchup, they don't even think the ketchup's there, so no wonder they're not seeing it. And we have these kind of experiences as adults in our lives. You know, say you misplaced your car keys and you're looking through the house and you can't find them. You've looked everywhere for them, everywhere imaginable, and you come to the end of the line and you can feel a sense of worry growing inside of you and a sense of despair. And the only choice you have is to go back over the territory. And you keep saying to yourself, "I know they've got to be here." And in that moment, you're invited to see differently with a sense of openness. And you open a drawer up, and there the car keys are. And you look at it and go, "How is this possible? I looked in there before. I know I looked in there before. They weren't there." And yet, here they are the second time. And I think the first time we opened up the drawer, there was some part of us that just simply didn't believe they were in there, and so we didn't see it. The second time, we're more open as we open the drawer up and we see the keys for where they really are. When I studied hypnosis, I realized how much perception is influenced by our beliefs. There's something called positive hallucination. That's seeing something there that isn't. It's a very deep form of trance, of the hypnagogic state. And in that moment, you see things that aren't there and you think they're there. And it's powerful to see it evidenced before you. I've seen people in that state. And some people think that the disciples see Jesus resurrected because they're having an experience of positive hallucination. Through their trauma and grief and their heart's desire, they see him alive again. And yet the scriptures tell us something very different. The disciples are not seeing something there that isn't. They're seeing something, they're not seeing what is there. And the fact is, Jesus is beside them, walking with them, sharing himself with them, but they don't recognize him because they're not seeing what is there. They're experiencing negative hallucination. Whether it's positive hallucination or negative hallucination, it still draws us deep into the trance of life. And we're overwhelmed in that moment by what we don't see and what we do see. And we miss out on so much important information, communication. Life's rooted in being connected with the truth and with reality. And as they say, we miss out. In the scriptures, it talks about the disciples being lifted out of the trance through a word, a name, Mary, or a sacred gesture, the breaking of bread and giving it out. In those moments, disciples wake up. We wake up when we open our hearts and minds to the possibility of something new in our lives. My children look for things in the fridge. If they open their hearts and minds to the possibility that's there, I guarantee that they might see and find what they're looking for. If we open our hearts and minds to the truth of what is there, we too might see what we are truly looking for.